In this video, I wanted to share with you a simple 5-step process for print on demand. If you're new to print on demand or just starting out or wanting to get more sales with print on demand, I think this video will really help you out. I'm going to show you step by step on things that you can do to improve your designs and be more creative. Let's go. Hey everyone, it's Juno with Detour Shirts. In this video, I'm going to share with you a simple 5-step process that you can use if you're just starting off with print on demand. So it's going to be really easy, and hopefully this will help you get started and get more sales and get designs that stand out, and really think about what you're doing beforehand, before designing and everything. So the first thing you want to do is actually pick a print on demand site. Now this is really important. Don't just pick any print on demand site. You want to do the research beforehand, figure out which one relates to you the best. Now some of them do stickers, some of them have a hard time getting on, some of them don't take the right payments that you need. So you're going to have to do the research. Which one fits your style the best? Which one do you think you can do designs for, and so on. So in this video, I'm just going to pick TeePublic. I think TeePublic's a great one to start off with, mainly because it fits my style. So if you go on there, you can see it, the drawing style, artsy style, and funny pop culture style. Those things do really well on TeePublic, and those are the kinds of things that I do anyway. And it's also free, so anybody can join up. I think it's a really good one for newcomers. So let's get into TeePublic right now and go on to step 2. All right, so here we are on TeePublic, teepublic.com, and you can see they kind of updated their site. They have these things now, and if we scroll down, you can see original pop culture t-shirt, like I said, posters, merch, and more. So if you look at their stuff, lots of artsy things. You can see these are the things that they're highlighting. So if you can draw, I think this is a good platform for you. But there's also like text t-shirts and things like that. They do an artist spotlight, so you can see this person obviously hand drew their own stuff. You can see a very distinct style here. And these are the things that they focus on. Of course, TeePublic, t-shirts first, hoodies, kids t-shirts, phone cases, stickers, and mugs. So shop top t-shirts, shop t-shirts, we're gonna look at that in a little bit. And here are some editor picks. So you can see right away what kinds of things that TeePublic likes, or they know that their audience likes, right? Artwork here, you can see this is a cool artwork, and just a lot of like artwork stuff. So if you're an artist, it's great, but if you're not an artist, just think like an artist and make sure that things on here look as if someone drew it, right? So this could be clip art, this could be things from Canva, but it needs to look like somebody drew it here. So and then we're gonna come back to here. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you one of the new things this year in 2023 that TeePublic did, and that is the tiers or categories. So if we go here, there's artisan accounts and apprentice accounts. Now this is really important because artisan accounts are what they want to promote. They want to promote artisan accounts. Of course, art is part of that, artisan. So you gotta think about how you can make yours more artsy. And if we see artists to watch and we click on here, this is the kinds of caliber of stuff that they want for artisan accounts. So you can look again, like very artsy, very creative stuff on here, right? Look at that, like drawing or artsy stuff. Like this is geometric, but when you look at these, you like, wow, this is really cool. Artists did this, right? Artisan. So that's really important to think about. And again, you know, putting in that pop culture, that funny stuff in here. So those are the kinds of things to do. Okay, so now that we did the research, what kinds of topics do we want to do? Well, TeePublic is nice because they have tags down here. So if we scroll all the way down again, you can see tag directory. So I would go there. This doesn't cost anything. And they're telling you right away, these are generated based on tag usage, right? So this is what people are searching for on TeePublic right now. Now, some of them are copyright, potentially copyright infringement stuff, you know, like Tom Selleck, I wouldn't do that. Bluey, I wouldn't do that. But there are some other ones that like are very generic, right? Like Christmas, or let's see, Christian, or stuff like that. So you can look for those kinds of things. So let me pick one. I'm just gonna go down here. All right, so this one seemed like math and sheep seemed like it could be very generic. I'm gonna pick sheep first. Let's see what happens. So you can see sheep, these are the search results, and this is kind of the competition. Now we can go by popular. So let's do that. And so these are the popular sheep things, even though, well, that one is black sheep. Some of these don't even look like sheep, so I'm not understanding how it works. But oh, there's Feliz Navidad, that's a sheep, and so on. And let's see, there's 50 pages of this stuff. So lots of competition. Now you can niche down, of course, and pick one of these things. So maybe it's funny sheep. Let's do that. And then do popular again. These are the popular funny sheep. So if you're going for that specific thing, this is what your competition gonna be. Hey, there's Detour Shirts. That's awesome. I didn't plan that, guys. I knew I did a sheep one, but I didn't know I was gonna be in the top. So 40. So you can see it went down a little bit. So that's how you do it. Let's go back and see if math is on there. So let's go back. Okay, so math, let's try that. And then we're gonna go popular and see if this one's less than 50 pages. So we're gonna come down here and again, 50 pages. So let's do funny math. Is that another detour shirts? That's crazy. Okay, let's do a funny math. There we go, right? Some funny math problems. And 50 pages again. No, let's try and do art math. That might be puns or geometric. I don't know, art maths might be interesting. So art math popular. You can see that they have some art stuff. Of course, TeePublic has some art stuff. And 18 pages, so this is a lot less. If we can think of an art math t-shirt, we could do something really cool, and it has to be better or as good as these top popular ones, right? So step number 3 is to look at the competition. So the math one and might be really hard for you because you don't know that subject. So you might want to go back to the tag directory and come here and look for something that you know something about, that you really gravitate to. So take some time, look at all of these. Now again, stay away from the ones that are copyrighted, trademark infringement, like Michael Jackson, Philadelphia Eagles. You may want to stay away from those. But you can go down here. Maybe you're someone that loves to read, and there's book right here. So book is pretty generic. I can click on here, and let's look at the competition. So I'm gonna hit popular here, and can we do something like this? This is the competition. This is what people, when they search for books, they'll see these. And now can we make something better than this or as good as this? And that's what we're gonna do. We have to make something artistic looking that kind of fits these. Now it doesn't have to match this. I'm not saying to do one that says Dune or do one that says reading is fun, but I'm looking at the level of competition, like how good are they and can I compete in this area? Now if you think you can't compete in this, you can go and pick another one. If you think you want to take a stab at this because you know a lot about books and you know what's funny about books and so on, then you can. So let's say we pick this one. We may even want to go down a sub niche, maybe funny, do that, funny books, and look at that again. And let's look at popular. And these are the top funny books, you know, kind of get an idea of what to do here. So all of them are good, cartoony, funny, words, usually words with graphics. You can see here, words and graphics. Some of them are just words, but there's a little graphic there and so on. So this is what we got to think about. So step 1 was pick a pod site. Step 2 was do the research, which we did here. And step 3 is to look at the competition. And that's what we're doing, is looking at the competition, not only to see what we have to compete with, but also look, you know, to see if something is something that we want to do. So step 4 is to design for this. Now we're going to have to go and find a design. Now, if you're an artist, that's great. This will work great for you. You can draw something, you know, have an idea and come up with something here. If you're not an artist, then you might have to go to Canva or Kiddo or do something like that to do something in the funny book idea. So let's go to Canva right now and we'll see what we can come up with. So here we are on Canva. Normally what I would do is I would take a pen and paper or a sketch pad and draw out ideas on what would be a good funny book design. But if you don't want to do that, this is another way that you can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go create and see what's on Canva to kind of spark ideas. So I'm going to create a new one here, 4500 by 5400. Great. And then what Canva has is you can go to, oh, not elements, templates, right? And you can actually look up t-shirts. So let's do book t-shirt. Let's do that. And right away you can see they have some ideas right here. So they got a bunch. So let's take a look and see if it's gonna spark anything here. So we got, oh, this elf reading a book. That's kind of cool. Blast off with books. That's interesting. Oh, maybe we could use like a rocket ship instead of a book. Maybe that's good. I'm gonna do that. And let's do black on white. That's cool. Now can I? Oh, that's not editable, but I could maybe put a rocket there. We're gonna come back to that. Let's see what else we got. I'm gonna add a page here, go back here. Seize every day with a good book. Oh, that's neat. Good job, learning never ends. Now there's a bunch of other ones here, but just for sake of time, I'm gonna use the one that we did. So blast off with a good book, right? I think that's what it said, blast off with books. So let's see if we can put a rocket ship there. I'm gonna do elements here, a rocket. Hey, right on. So we have these rockets. All right, so I found these things, and what I'm gonna do is something different. So you can see this looks like space, and I think that works with our rocket, and we have these right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring all of this into Affinity Designer and chop it all up and put it all together. So next thing I'm gonna do is hit share. I'm gonna download and PDF standard. So there you go. And then I'm gonna download and I'm gonna bring this into Affinity Designer and we're gonna mash it up together and see how that turns out. All right, so here I am in Affinity Designer. I have this PDF that I brought in. So we have this by itself. We have the books here itself. And we have this blast off with books. So I'm gonna remove this because I don't want this book here. And I'm gonna move this here. And I think we can move this guy like right there. That's cool. Now these books, I was hoping that I could like pick them individually, but that's okay. We can move them around by doing crop. So I'm gonna copy it right here and I'm gonna use the crop tool right here in Affinity Designer. And I just want this one. This book right here, right? And make sure the crop is big enough. Now it's okay if we have that dot, that's fine. And we're gonna move this book here. And we're trying to place it around so it doesn't mess up the words, but it also looks like it's in space, right? So let's do another one. I'm gonna do this book right here. I'm gonna crop it. Boom and boom, great. So I can take that book and maybe put it right here. And we're gonna do this over and over until we like fill this up with books. It doesn't have to fill the whole thing, maybe 2 or 3 more, and then it will look like the books are in space and also this in space. And it's very artsy too, which I think will help with TeePublic, right? So let me do that and then I'll come back and show you. All right, so there we go. I put the books around here. I think it looks great. It's in space. We kind of filled the space. It looks artsy. It's nothing that we've seen before. We took something from Canva, kind of brainstormed. We took this already, and the thing I like about this too is the font is kind of artsy too, right? So it fits that artisan feel that we're going for. Even though I didn't draw this, it looks as if you know, an artist did it. So taking some of that artist work on there, and it's different than what's already out there. So I didn't exactly copy the template that's out there. I improved upon it and made it better. So next thing is to upload this. So we're gonna take this. So I make sure I go to my layers here. Well, my background, I can remove it. So, oh, this isn't a background. This is actual a layer here. So we go like that. I usually like to just color my background black like this. Oh, so that means there's another white layer. This happens when I'm on bringing a PDF. Okay, we also have to make sure this is the right size. So I just brought in the PDF. I didn't actually size it. So let's go to my transform. My transform's saying that it's the wrong size. So I'm gonna do 4500 by 5400. Boom. And because these are vectors, I can scale it up. So I can grab all of these and just, you know, I'm holding down Shift to make sure it's the same width. If not, I can get kind of wonky here. So hold down Shift, make sure it fills up that space. Great, I think everything looks great. And we're gonna export it. So to export it, check that. Make sure this is clear. So these two are clear. Click on your artboard here, see like that, and it's clear. And then we're gonna do Command Option Shift S. Make sure that it's a PNG, and you're gonna see right away if you hit selection only, it's gonna be a transparent background, so you wanna export that. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna call it book idea. And let's see how it looks like in TeePublic. All right, we're back here on TeePublic. Step 5, of course, is to upload what you've designed. Now that we followed all the steps, we're gonna upload the art here. And we're just gonna do a single upload. So we'll click on that, and then we're gonna drag it in here. Now you can see I could have made this 5000 by 550, and that would have fit everything. And I can still do that, but I use the Merch by Amazon or Amazon Merch on Demand size, and it works pretty well too. So I'm gonna go on here. You can see it fits that size perfectly, and I want the default color to be black. And let's just title this right now, Blast Off with Books. And we can describe what this is here. Blast Off with Books design. And then with a, I think that's a cat, with a cat on a rocket and books in space. Something like that, just describe what it is. This is not mature content. And let's see if Blast Off with Books is on here. Blast Off is, but we're targeting the books thing. So let's make sure that books is on there. And then there's lots of other things on here. We could do book lover, we saw. And the thing I love about TeePublic is it's suggesting tags for you. So reading is, of course, on our book. Reader. I'm gonna do book again. Let's see, book nerd, book lovers. Oh, book lovers gifts, and so on. So you can follow all these things on here, bookworm and so on. All right, and oh, I'm gonna do space too, since mine has space in it, and a cat on here, or rocket, right? And cat. Oh, an astronaut. So since all of my things have that in here, I can do that. And I don't think Blast Off, yeah, just Blast Off is on there, why not? Okay, so pick the color. I like black since it's in space, that makes sense. And then this one right here. Now this is only gonna work on dark t-shirts. So let's do that, dark t-shirts. And you can see it works on all these products. If you wanna do it differently, you can come in here. I think this makes a great sticker. If you wanna just do die cut only, it doesn't work because you need the background for the black, which is great. Or you could do a rectangle, which is awesome, but I like the die cut. And you can do that with all of these other ones. And I've read the terms and conditions, I've followed that, and let's publish. And now you have to look at this and see, does this kind of match the TeePublic style? Does this match the artisan style? And I think it does, because it has art on it. It has kind of artist flair with the fonts and books and everything. So I think it does a great job of that. And we're targeting the books, which we did the research on it. It's something that's a tag on here that's trending on TeePublic. So I think this will give us a good chance of selling. Now, it's not going to guarantee us a sale, but I think it's something that the TeePublic audience would like if they like books and they want something different. So there you go, that's my video for today. So this is the 5 steps that I would say that you can do if you're new and just want to get started and get going. So the first one is pick a print on demand site. We picked TeePublic, but you want to do your research on which one works best for you. Number 2 is do the research. You want to research the topic as well as you're researching the print-on-demand site. What kinds of things are they looking for? You know, what kind of popular things do they sell on there and things. Number 3 is to look at the competition. Now, when we searched for that topic for books, we looked at the competition and nobody was doing this one specifically, so I think we can stand out that way and hopefully get some sales. And number 4 is to design something that people want to buy. So this is not only with style, but we should do research about you know, is it funny, is it unique, is it those kinds of things. And 5, take that design and upload it to TeePublic. And you do this over and over and over again. Now, not every one of these are going to get a sale, but as you do this and get some sales, you'll get more data on what actually works on this print-on-demand site that you're doing, and do more of that. So hopefully this was really helpful for you. If you want to see other TeePublic videos, I have those right here. You can watch this one. This is my latest TeePublic video, but I got a bunch of them on here as well as other print-on-demand sites. So thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. We'll see you on the next one.